Hello and welcome to another update video about Link. So on the Link chart, we continue to see this, this thesis unfold and play out at the moment that the wave one indeed completed. It's technically still possible that we get one more extension higher, but I've taken that scenario off the chart. It's possible, but it's not probable at the moment. Yeah, we're just dancing on support levels. So I've taken that off the chart. It's of course possible. We haven't made a new low yet, so we could still be in this kind of diagonal pattern, but I try to keep the chart clean. I just want to mention it, but my main thesis is and has been that a wave one topped around the 11th of March. So from that point of view, there is no change. I think I covered Link the last time 3 days ago or so. It's just nothing happened really. It was very, very boring. Now at least we see a little bit of action, just a little bit further towards that target zone down there. I'm not entirely sure how the price will get there because in the white count, I'm not very happy with how the subwaves within the white C wave develop. So we're going to take a look at that in a minute. There's also the possibility for a WXY structure, which I actually like quite a lot. Even though a WXY structure is not so common, but it might be that in the current market phase, we actually see this play out. Okay, so we'll see. So the idea is obviously for anybody who's new on the channel, the idea is that we completed a 5-wave move to the upside in an impulse, 5 waves of wave one, and then we dropped out of the trend line, or dropped below the trend line here, dropped out of the price channel to the downside here basically in wave two, and that accelerates sort of the downtrend. So basically we broke out to the downside, retested the trend line kind of from below, and we're now moving to the downside. Actually, this is just a parallel trend channel. I could take that off now actually, because we don't need that anymore. Actually, I think the this is a more suitable trend line here. We don't need it, but sort of here, yeah, can you see that? So we're still holding that at the moment actually, but any rally really has been corrective. So there's no evidence really that a low is in place at all, or a local low even. And the risk is more to the downside because we completed a 5-wave rally. So if you're new to Elliott wave, or maybe if you're familiar with Elliott wave, at least it's worth knowing that after a 5-wave move, it is likely that this move will be corrected, or it has to be corrected. The question is just when. Has this wave 2 already started? And this is typically characterized by a 3-wave corrective pullback. So now let's take a look at the structures. First of all, we have a target zone for this move to the downside. It's calculated based on the length of the initial move down after the wave one top. I labeled that the A wave in the white count or the wave W in the yellow count. The rally was a 3-wave rally. That's wave B in the white count or wave X in the yellow count. And then if we talk about further downside, it's a 5-wave move possibly in the white count, but I don't really like how this is subdividing. So it's maybe even the 3rd wave is, yeah, I don't know. I think the white count, I have no idea how this microstructure is unfolding. So better would actually be the yellow count. Actually, it's clearer at least. It's clearer, but it needs more evidence and a bit of caution because WXY structures are not so common. So either way, the 100% extension level points towards 1468. Yes, a C wave or a Y wave can also extend beyond that. And then we've got these additional levels to watch. Particularly, there is some confluence around $12.80. That's structural support, but also Fibonacci support of the standard support zone. So regardless of how exactly the microstructure is unfolding, I think 1460 could be a level where it might be reasonable to look for long positions. Yeah, see if there is a bounce or anything, or starting to scale in carefully. But we need to be aware that this correction could easily subdivide further. So what might just be an initial ABC structure or WXY could be wave 2, yeah, but it could also just be like an A wave of an even larger correction. Then we get a B wave rally and then come down in wave C later. Because even now, and even if we get to 1460, it's just going to be a very shallow correction. So that's always open. That always opens the door, keeps the door open for a more extended ABC structure. Yeah, and What else? Yeah, and what I wanted to mention as well, so the correction is not over yet, but what could happen, especially in the WXY scenario, that this B wave extends to a larger flat as a larger ABC structure. And that's likely as long as we don't have a sustained break below the A wave low, below $16.85. So we get a break below that level that would indicate, yep, we are coming down here in wave C. Until then, it could be a wider flat structure that's unfolding here within this ABC, okay? It just has that look, okay? And we've just bounced, or we just try to bounce off a trend line. But if it comes down straight away, I mean, essentially the pressure is down, and I'd like to see the price get to 1468 in the short or at least medium term. That's my update about LINK. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.